Good afternoon, everybody. And I hope this will not be boring. Yeah, I saw that there are so many very interesting sessions in this conference. So happy to be here these 2 days. And pretty sure you will have a lot of insight from those sessions. And I will try to share with you our experience in this matter. And it's true, I'm coming from Canada. Some 20 or 30 centimeters of snow now, some 15 minus, but still, more to go in January and February. So I have a confession to do first. I'm not sure if I have LeanIX employees here in the room. Christian is here? No, okay. But the confession is that the reason I flew from Canada to visit LeanIX and to be in the conference was an exploration journey. Unlike most of you, where you are already clients of LeanIX, we just started the journey 60 days ago, 2 months ago. And the exploration journey is not because we have doubts, it's to know more. And we are strongly believers in a partnership. And even LeanIX is a software as a service. Would you say just hire the contract and the service and use it? Really, we wanted to have to build a partnership because we believe in this kind of approach for long-term relationship. And this is one of the main reasons to be here. And I have to thank Andrea and Christian for the opportunity to, in addition of the visit of LeanIX, is to speak and share some insight with you today. So for those that you don't know the company, I will make a quick introduction. I will share the main dimensions of our enterprise architecture practice. Something that we are very, very proud will be the next topic, which is what we call the innovation network, how we are transforming the EA traditional practice in something more innovative. And finally, to close the loop, basically how we're planning to use LeanIX to help in the full journey. But let me start with the company. Vale is a mining company. It's a global mining company. With focus in production of natural resources. Has multiple line of businesses, which is going from iron ore, nickel, copper, cobalt, different kind of what we call basic minerals. We are not a gold mining company. It's basically we are producing minerals that is being used in the industry. Like, for example, steel making, and also, in the case of nickel, for example, one of the main demands that we have is in the building of batteries for electric vehicles. This is the type of material we are producing. But to do that, we need also to have a huge infrastructure for logistics to move all these products and materials from the mine to the final clients, which could be anywhere in the world, from South America, North America, Europe, and especially Asia Pacific, like China, for example. So we have ports, railroad, trucks, many components of this supply chain. But also we need to produce our energy because it's a very demanding energy industry. So we produce almost 50% of the energy we need, with sustainable energy sources. As I said, so we are the largest producer of iron ore, also the largest producer of nickel. We have offices and operations in around 40 countries in all the continents. Vale has 120,000 employees, worldwide. Out of them, 50,000 are active IT users of multiple applications, And as you may think, maybe a traditional oil industry, which with a high impact on the environment, like many other mining companies, this is shifting a lot, yeah, and also focusing in sustainability, in the environment, how to really remediate what the mining operation is impacting to the environment. And this could be on the surfaces and open pit operations, as well as in the underground operations. Like in Canada, for example, we have operations which are working 5,000 meters underground. So this is a brief of the company. This is the footprint of the operations. Main ones are in Canada, in South America, some in Africa as well, and then in Asia Pacific. So we have our main operations with mines, but also in different locations we have the processing plants, because the company is not just producing the minerals, but also processing the minerals and adding value to the chain, to the point that all the company is looking also for IT also to help to really convert this raw materials in products that can be used in different industries, like I said before with the batteries for electric vehicles. And those are, all of them are challenges for the EA practice, because we need to advise, we need to recommend the best path to go and to find the best solutions for the different line of businesses. So, from the perspective of the business capabilities and solutions, so here is a summary of all the scope that we need to cover. From financial management to the operations down in the different plants and mine. So ERP, of course, CRM, human capital management, risk management. Integrated business planning is on the top, and this is something very interesting that EA is key in how to integrate the supply chain. In the past, the company, with so many locations and operations, were working in silos. The mining producing, the plants processing, the logistic, just transporting the materials, but not in an integrated manner. Can you imagine, the waste of resources and planning, and at the end of the day, money. So now enterprise architecture is helping from the top, not just from the technology perspective, to integrate this supply chain. Starting with the market intelligence, just based on the demand, going through all the chain to put the products and the minerals to the client in the final destination, including things like blockchain in the middle to trace all the minerals in the best way possible. Because this is also a new requirement from our clients, traceability, for example. In the middle, MES, Manufacturing Execution System, which is so complex, because every factory, every manufacturing plant has different technologies, different processes, and we need to harmonize, we need to standardize when it's possible, we need to deliver the right solutions to those multiple plants globally. Asset management, another important component that we are supporting, because as I said, in this integrated business planning, before, nobody cared about the downtime of a big machine, truck, or machinery in the plants when they stop for some failure. Now we're changing this to have a more proactive approach, introducing predictive analysis and these kind of things to really have preventive maintenance, for example, and the whole integrated planning can be organized. Enterprise performance management with all kind of analytics that you can imagine, and on the bottom, IT/OT. And like many companies in the same industry, in the past, IT and OT, automation, was completely separated. Now the company started to converge those two functions in just one, so we can standardize solutions and everything. And this is where IoT, sensors, and even cloud is playing a big role. This is just to show you the scope where EA works, from the strategy going down to the different solutions. On the technology side, also the scope is very, very broad. Cloud strategy, we started almost 3 years ago, a cloud adoption, for example. And I remember we said, number one, 3 years ago, we said, number one priority is to have software as a service solutions. No more on-premise, no more platform as a service, neither infrastructure as a service. Here we are, 3 years later, hiring LeanIX, software as a service, which I'm happy, but still a lot of things that we need to fix, because software as a service is nice to say, but very difficult to deploy, especially on some business domains. But the journey started, we will not stop, and it's very important to continue. Industry 4.0, modern application architecture. So we have a big backlog of legacy applications that we are converting to microservices, to API, to containers. But following the rule that was stated in this forum, like legacy application may work for a while and gradually to transform. Artificial intelligence, advanced analytics, data management, SAP platform just started the journey to S/4HANA, for example. Citizen development. So I remember years ago, big shadow IT, or somebody call it also business-led IT, to be more polite. And now we started enterprise architecture leading the way to citizen development, providing platforms for others to use, IT and also the business. So we are building the platforms and the guardrails, but IT and the business can develop their own solutions in top of the platform. Big movement, very difficult to do internally, but big movement that EA is supporting. Cybersecurity is all over the place. Imagine IoT, a device can be controlled from outside and really cause a lot of problems, including safety. Network, very important, especially for cloud services. DevOps, DevSecOps, and continuous integration, key in changing the methodology. User experience, is key. We have a team specialized on that to guarantee the usage of all the solutions, and collaboration, all kind of tools as well. This is a high-level map of the technologies domain we are covering and supporting from enterprise architecture practice. So let me explain how we are conducting the practice of enterprise architecture. And maybe you saw already this diagram from Gartner Group. Specifically, this is from CV. We are active member of the Council for Executive Board, which now belongs to Gartner. And this is a very interesting diagram that explains the future of EA is shifting, in this case, to the left. From the traditional approach of standards and being the police, like the legal team explained of the standards and everything, is going now in a different direction. And the direction, especially is in the first column on the left, business architecture, which 3 years ago was very, very difficult because EA was perceived as just providers of technology solutions. Now we are in the same table of executives and business stakeholders discussing business strategy. And for that, it was really necessary to build a very robust team of enterprise architects and domain architects with business acumen, to have a conversation, with the business stakeholders. And also, the other important shift was on leading the information architecture and all the practice around advanced analytics. And I will explain later how we did that. But this is the main shift. So we have more focus on business architecture now. It's not that we are dropping all the others, But the strategy we are following with the others is basically a kind of a self-serve architecture. We build the guardrails, not standards, because you can have multiple solutions to do the same thing. Maybe in different places we have some differences, but so we are not controlling the adherence of a standard. We are providing guardrails to really promote a dynamic and flexible approach and focusing on things that are more strategic. This is the shift that we started some years ago. So another important focus was also, this is from Gartner, maybe you saw this already, and especially I was impressed with the legal presentation, this approach to products. So we saw, as many mining companies and oil and gas companies, traditionally they are focused on projects, capital projects, and everybody's measured through capital projects. Also IT for years was measured through projects. If the project was finished on time, on budget, and on spec. And that's it. Nobody really caring on the outputs, on the business outcomes. We said, this is the business case, this will be the business realization, but not with a good methodology to measure the results. We said, we need a change. And this model from Gartner CEB really is fitting very well. But still, we are in the journey. So instead of projects, products and product lines. It is very difficult still, because the people that with the mindset of a PM, now project managers, now needs to be, if they have the skills and the competencies, product managers, and to understand the life cycle of the project, made a mistake myself, of the products. And what really the client will require, and how this can be delivered in sprint in a very agile way in order to produce business outcomes. And we are embracing all those 9 elements that Gartner is indicating in the framework, from the product approach, the engagement with the business, where before it was just gathering requirements, now is building together the strategy, agile, DevOps, customer-centric, and all the others. It's not a big bang. We are selecting specific use cases and going, implementing, and then measure the results and go to the next level. For that, we needed to organize ourselves in a different way. So again, architects came and asking, so, okay, what's the difference between a project and a product? What is a product line? It's a group of products. So what is the difference with a cluster of projects? What is the difference of the product line with the product domains, for example? And there are some differences. And there are differences also in the engagement model. For example, this concept of the squad, the chapters, solution architect that will play horizontally, enterprise architect that will play the role of a line of businesses, or a group of domains, and then you have the specific solution architect that will work on specific features of the solutions. All of them, we needed to reorganize and change the mindset and to be sure that this can be moving forward. It was key, an element to guarantee scalability. It also was mentioned before, to have a federated, extended architecture. So we have, in addition of the team, internal team, we have architects in all the line of businesses and location, which are not part of the architecture team, but they are part of other IT or the business, and because they have the skills and the competencies, we consider them extended architects and working very, very nicely, improving the communication as well. By the way, IT team globally, we're talking about 1,500 employees worldwide, and about 100 is the number of architects that we have globally. 8 or 10 enterprise architects, 25 domain architects, technical and business domains, and the rest are solution architects. There are different teams, but they are all under the architecture team, which guarantees some kind of a dynamic, and communication among the different layers to guarantee that solutions are being deployed in the right way. So, what I explained wasn't enough. Another difference, that I really hope that this will help you in your journey as well, it was innovation. So 2 years ago, we put together a program for digital transformation. Like many other companies, we didn't know at the beginning what really we will deliver. We list a lot of cases, projects, and everything, business cases, autonomous vehicles, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, many, many things. But it was difficult to push this program forward. And one of the reasons is because we realized that to transform, we needed to do truly innovation and experimentation. And not just on technology, but also in processes. And for that, we created what we call Innovation Network. And the Innovation Network, basically based on the principles of Lean and Agile, is a network of some bodies distributed globally where we can do this innovation and experimentation. And please realize, I'm talking about a mining company globally, traditional industry, more than 120 years old, in different countries, doing this kind of approach, innovation, technology, and these kind of things. So first of all, what we said is we need a place where we can join the business and working together. Business stakeholders, guys from the operation, or in the corporate areas, finance, HR, and everything, but especially on the operations, working together with architecture and IT. And for that, we create the innovation hubs. The concept of the business partner that we had before, it was good, but not enough. So in those hubs, and it's distributed in many, many locations, is where the business and IT, and I have to say that IT is also the business, working together, getting daily problems and thinking in how we can solve those problems. This is the purpose of the hubs. Connect with the business, problem identification. We started a couple of years ago with design thinking sessions. Amazing results. People say, how this is working so fine. And in the past, we were just having conversation with the business, gathering requirements. This is the purpose of this entity, innovation hubs, working all together. The other element that we put there is the digital labs. And again, you can ask me, so architecture is leading these innovation hubs, architecture is leading this digital labs. We started the journey. And once those labs are being deployed in different regions, we hand over this to different teams, but still participating. And the purpose of these labs, for example, now is to, as I said before, is to do experimentation. We call hypothesis test. The problem is coming. If there is a solution already in the catalog that can solve the problem, this will be deployed. If not, the digital labs, where we call the crazy people, is there thinking in crazy ideas, totally out of the box. They will start doing experimentation. They will start, if we don't have this knowledge internally, they will start connecting with the startups. We have a network already globally of 1,000 startups for different domains, from mining to technology, communication, that they are helping us to find the solution or to develop the solutions, to scale. Imagine, internal digital lab, we can prove the concept, but not just with our resources, we want more than 1,000 startups globally. And we help the startups helping us. Again, what is the role of enterprise architecture or domain or solution architects? They are there embedded. There are somebody told me, this is a nice way to create this hands-on enterprise architecture. No more PowerPoints, no more vicious diagrams and everything. and now, yeah, is hands-on. Go, test processes as well as technology. Get the result. Now, digital labs, they are not, how to call it, delivery team. At the very maximum, they will deliver what we call, yeah, an MVP, a trailblazer, the first of a kind. And then this will go to the delivery team to roll out and to scale. And immediately, this is part of the new catalog of a solution for someone else to use in the future. The other element that is part of this innovation network is advanced analytics. What we created, starting with the enterprise architecture, the information architecture team, yeah, to understand how advanced analytics, machine learning, yeah, can help us. And for that reason, we created, as part of the network, the Advanced Insight Center, which is a more focused team with expertise in data science, yeah, to solve specific problems. Some of them are coming from the lab, some of them are coming from the innovation hubs, but they are facilitators. They can accelerate, yeah, finding the solution for specific topics. Like, for example, yeah, big machines that need maintenance, yeah, and with predictive machine learning functions, we can yeah, do preventive maintenance to increase, yeah, the lifespan of the assets and have this more productivity at the end of the day. A big piece started with the enterprise architecture and now handing this over to the experts. And the other component of the network is the Dev Center. As I mentioned before, DevOps, yeah, DevSecOps. So we are, in the past, we have multiple teams doing software development all over the place. Now we are creating hubs, yeah, centers to develop mobile applications, scripts, robotic process automation, different kind, following the same kind of guardrails, yeah, for modern application architecture. APIs. Before, it wasn't no APIs. Now, everything is an API. Everything is a microservice. And this is where this kind of centers in the innovation network, yeah, is helping a lot. So this is the footprint. We have multiple innovation hubs, multiple digital labs, yeah, some of them based on different geographies, and we have depth centers as well. But in addition of our internal centers, we have also agreement with different companies, technology providers, or innovation cluster, like also in Silicon Valley, or in some centers like this in Canada, US, not yet in Europe, building a couple of one in Singapore and China, yeah, but the idea is to expand, yeah, this innovation network. This is an interesting diagram. It's the operating model where we capture the problem, we define which is the problems and some of the solutions. We develop the concept, yeah, we try the MVP, and then, yeah, go to the delivery. And architecture is participating, yeah, from the very beginning, especially on the problem capture, yeah, and then different type of architecture resources along the process as well. And one of the things that we were missing here is we needed a catalog of solutions, for example. And this is where LeanIX came, yeah, some months ago. Like, this is the perfect tool, simple, yeah, in order to be used by all those participants to understand which are the capabilities, which are the problems, where are the solutions that we have already in place in order to not to duplicate and this kind of thing. This is a dynamic usage of the catalog, yeah, to all across the process, the innovative process. Another representation of how this work, yeah, as I said before, capturing the problem in the innovation hubs, where we have a peak on the engagement, yeah. We develop the hypothesis, all the experimentation, pilot, proof of concept, or MVP, and then, yeah, go into the delivery process. With this, we reduce the average delivery time of a solution from, I would say, 6 months, basically, to a month or 2 weeks. You will say, yeah, this is the sprint. Yes, because in the past we didn't work on thinking in sprint. Now we are delivering value in a sprint that normally will go from 2 weeks to 3 weeks. And it was a very difficult journey because it's how you break this big solution in small sprint. But yeah, it's possible. So, as I said in the past, we had, for example, the different governance within architecture, like ARB. We decommissioned the ARB about 3 years ago. No more architectural review board. Instead, we have those guardrails, and guidelines for a more self-serve architecture. But we are, of course, still participating actively in the definition of the strategies. But for that, we realized that we needed, and we still need to make stronger a foundation for data-driven architecture. We had thousands of blueprints in all the formats that you can imagine. Very difficult to find. So it's that we need something more data-driven. And also we had, during the last 6 or 7 years, we tried different tools. Tools more oriented to modeling, tools more oriented to diagrams and these kind of things, but nothing that will give us data-driven approach in a very simple way. And because we really needed to move from documentation to something that will give us the possibility to use in the brainstorming, in the discussions with the stakeholders, in the discussion of the strategy. And this includes, it's not a complete list, but business capabilities and processes, all the applications. We have more than 4,000 applications globally, integrations and API, the technology components, the programs and projects. Because when we are defining a program or a strategy, for example, for supply chain, architecture is also participating in the definition of the program, which are the projects, which are the roadmap that we will implement to this program to move forward. Incidents and problems, basically to understand what we need to improve. The CMDB discussion, I think we all know, it is required and needs to be integrated. And the solution design. And this is the part of the diagram thing that also it is still needed, because you can have good reports like LeanIX produce and all the list and everything, but people still, they want the visuals. And just a few weeks ago, we discovered please help me out, this is the designer, right? The free diagram designer that LeanIX has. So, guys, this is the best way to have data-driven diagrams and blueprint that we can use to explain how the solution will work. All of that basically to democratize the access of information. Our target is to have, by 2020, I will say something like 15,000 employees using LeanIX. Most of them will come from the business. See the shift. So it's not IT, it's empowering the business to have this kind of information, to provide visibility, the data quality, through a simple governance. Single source of the truth. We have, in the past, many, many sources. Now, this is a great opportunity to give us just a single source of the truth. User experience. The many-to-many relationship that LeanIX has as a foundation, I think, is great to make all the connections between the objects. APIs, possibility to configure reports or to extend functionality, and to collaborate. Those are the things we are expecting. And as I said at the beginning, we are not customers for years of LeanIX, but really we have very, very high expectations to use the platform, the solution, to our best knowledge and to provide this visibility we need to the business. And basically, this is what I have to share with you today. I hope this will be valuable for you. And if you have any question, I will be happy to answer.
First of all, thank you very much, Marcelo Menard from Canada. I didn't know that the relationship between you and LeanIX is very fresh and young, only 6 months. So as you are flew in from very far away, I would definitely open up for a short Q&A, because watching time management, we are a little bit delayed. But if you have one question or two questions, I will give the chance to ask them and we will answer. Okay, it does not seem that there is one. There are two questions. Okay, first and then second, please. Thank you.
Who is the sponsor of Innovation Network? Who is a stakeholder in your company?
Enterprise architecture started with the Innovation Network, and then went to when the program for digital transformation was created, it was passed to the CDO. But it started with architecture, understanding that we needed to innovate to be ahead on the technology we need for the business.
And another one.
Thanks for your presentation. You were talking about the RPA, robotic process automation topic. We're doing currently a lot of research about it, and I always wonder, is it necessary to have governance about bots? Because I think there's a trend to cover the crap of yesterday by automating processes. How do you want to approach that robotic RPA governance as an EA team?
So, good question. I will tell you my very honest opinion. So we put RPA because, as you said, it was needed for the legacy, including SAP. A lot of traditional ECC things, we needed automation to be more productive. But we think that it's just a temporary function that will be embedded with the new versions of the tools. We have a governance that we understand the requirements for each of the cases, and when it's really justified, the team developed the RPA functions. But immediately those functions have been replaced with the new versions of the original tool are being decommissioned. So we consider this a temporary solution that is being covered gradually by the different solutions available in the market.
All right. Then I would like to say thanks once again in the name of LeanIX and the whole team for you having here a speech which was really impressive, and thanks very much. It was a pleasure to have you here, Marcelo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.